Lonesome Blue. This is a band who I've wanted to get back round to talking about for quite a while, because when Lonesome Blue first came out, there was so much hype around them. I remember when, I think it was their first single came out, where they had the music video. It was all kind of like space themed. It was crazy. They had, was it ASSUN, the violinist from Morphonica and East of Eden on there. It was just so much hype. And then they, everyone was sort of hyping up the fact that they were doing that really heavy style of high speed metal music that we'd heard from bands like, say, Love Bites before, and other bands like Bride Ear, but they were doing it with their own twist that was a little bit more charming, a little bit more quirky. Just there were so many people talking about this band, and then as quickly as they came, they seemed to disappear. We haven't really heard anything much from them in a couple of years now. And then this song came out 2 months ago, and I haven't heard anything about it. I just was looking through their channel the other day because I was like, come on, there's got to be some more Lonesome Blue, and I suddenly found this song. It's called Go Nuts. I believe there's a B-side, but we're just looking at the single today. And you know what? I'm genuinely excited about this. Now, when Lonesome Blue were doing a lot of their songs like Body Rock before, I got to be honest, I was really hopeful for them, but I was also honest as well, but I felt that there was room for improvement. I did sit down and listen to a lot more of their songs. There were things like, I felt like some of the lyrics just didn't quite land. They felt a little bit generic in places and things like this. And so, I was just kind of thinking this is a band at the beginning of their journey, and I wanted to see how they progressed, which is why I was sad to not hear more from them much quicker. Well, thus here we are, and I'm in a bit of a strange place. I feel like I've been transported back to that moment where I can see this exciting band who are doing the sort of metal music that a lot of other bands are getting a lot of fame and credit for at the moment, but who could potentially bring something interesting and different to it. Even recently, like Hagane reinvented themselves as kind of like a speedy power metal band on their most recent album. And there's a lot of these bands getting credit. So where is the credit for Lonesome Blue? I know this is not a music video, but it's only got 7.9 thousand views over 2 months. And they've only got just less than 15,000 subscribers. Let's hopefully be about to get restarted on the Lonesome Blue train. Because you know what? Any band adding more to this music scene is always a great thing. I know there's so many bands out there, but there's always room for more great music. So I'm excited. Anyway, that's a bit of a long lead up, but I just want to tell you why. This is something that I've got quite strong feelings about this. I'm going back to that place I was in a couple of years ago and hopefully about to pick that journey back up. Right, let's go. Let's go nuts. What a terrible segue. All right. Very old school kind of rock start. Where are we going with this? Oh yeah, I love the energy straight off the bat. A bit more volume on this. That's as loud as it goes. Love that keyboard sound in the background, picking it up, adding a bit of drama. Got a fantastic voice as well. And I love that she's singing in Japanese. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice poppy chorus. That's a good chorus, okay, with that. I love these sort of heavy bits where you got the off-rhythm hits, but the actual underlying rhythm of the song keeps on charging like that. It's that double kick, and then still guitar stabs and bass stabs like that, giving like off-kilter feel without taking away from the energy. Nice little bass line there. Slide. Love it. Relentless energy, good big chorus to play it off. Ooh, the bridge. Make or break a song in the bridge. Let's see what they got for us. Going for the standard guitar solo. Safe or risky? Where are we going? Nice breakdown. Oh, that's a really good headbanger. Nice! Little bit of a repeat chant refrain thing going on there. Ooh. Alright, breakdown into the last chorus. Nice. That's a good strong chorus. I'm smiling and I'm genuinely feeling happy. Like. Oh, okay. Interesting dropping the key down. Alright, I'm not going to miss the next one. That's a cool riff as well. I like how they're sort of like deviating from the riff there at the end, add a bit of extra direction. Oof. Alright, I really enjoyed that. And there's a few reasons why. Now, I mean, okay, first of all, we have to address that on a pure musical level, this is something that we've heard before. So, okay, they're not pushing the boat out going in a strange direction. Sorry, not pushing the boat out going in a strange direction. But what they are doing is exemplifying the nuances of what makes them so fun and different from other bands who have a similar sound. So yeah, there are a lot of bands in that space doing that sort of heavy melodic metal with the double kick drums and the really sort of charging pace and all that. And I've heard all different titles used to describe this type of metal. Melodic metal, thrash metal. I've heard I don't care about the subgenres. We know there's a lot of bands doing this kind of thing right now. So you have to have something that makes you. And again, Lonesome Blue brought back that thing that I was excited about with them in the first place, which is that they're able to deliver this kind of metal, but with, people are going to hate if I say pop, but a pop sensibility, as in they can write choruses that sing along and kind of fun and feel almost like sort of, the choruses on their own, they kind of got a silly quality where you almost feel like you could like put them on an Idol song and it'd work. And right down to that bridge where instead of a guitar solo, we got like a chanted bit which was going round and round and was clearly designed for a little hey from the audience. It's kind of cool how they got this musical style where it knows how to hit all of the buttons that a pop song would do and give you that kind of fun, but whilst also having all the credibility and energy and grit of a rock song and a metal song even. And I think that's a great thing. I mean, one of the things that makes Japanese music so great anyway is the inability to be restrained by genres, the ability to go off in different directions and do these things where you can have the best of both worlds. And I feel like Lonesome Blue have got that little niche, they've got that little space. No one else is quite doing this. Yeah, you get melodic and fun songs from bands like Love Bites, but it's still kind of metal. It's still kind of more in that direction. This, as well, another quality is the tone of her voice. She's got a voice that is powerful, it's thick, it's rich, it's full, and yet at the same time, it still kind of sounds relatable. It's not so operatic as, say, an ASSUN. She's got a lightness to her voice that makes her a little bit more accessible for sing-along style music. I feel that they are in that perfect place. And, there's other people who, again, I know another one of the peers that comes up a lot recently. A lot of people have been hyping Hagane since they came back. But I feel like whereas Hagane are definitely playing around with some really interesting ideas musicianship-wise, Lonesome Blue seem to be playing around with just like, let's make a good, fun, melodic song and structure it really well. And yeah, I like this. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would probably feel disappointed that there wasn't a guitar solo in this. But you know what? Every single riff felt like a guitar solo because it was so hectic. It was a really good riff. And that the last bit at the end, right at the crescendo, where the guitar was sort of going off and deviating away from the riff a little bit, adding those extra bit of expressions that made the end so powerful and rich and fun. That was great as well. Yeah, it's like as a band, instead of a guitar solo, they found more value in getting the audience like going, hey, and chanting along and repeating lines with them. And yeah, this feels like a very crowd-friendly, exciting, accessible, melodic, sing-along song that still has all of the energy and the musicianship on display of any of their metal peers. And yeah, we need some more of this. This is great, and I'm really glad to hear her singing in Japanese. Now, I didn't pick up the lyrics so well here, so I don't know how they compare to the English lyrics, but I just kind of, the English lyrics, as I said from the get-go, they didn't feel natural. Yeah, they just did. They felt like almost like something that would be written for someone and then given to them, and someone says, "Hey, this is something you should sing in English." Here in Japanese, yeah, it's nice. It sounds natural. And you don't have to sing in English to be appealing to people. I can still sing along to this, even if I didn't know the words and I was just singing along to the la la la. You can still sing along to it. Yeah, this is great. It's a shame this is 2 months ago, and it's a shame it hasn't got a hell of a lot more views. So I really hope you guys go show Lonesome Blue a bit of support. And if you weren't aware they're still around, they're still around. Go show them some love. Go show them some support. This is a band who 100%, we need more of this. They're doing something in a space that's already popular, but they're doing it with their own unique twist. And, we should all be able to get behind that. So great stuff. Lonesome Blue, you are back on the radar, and with possible exception to that first single that I have to go back and re-listen to, actually. I should have probably done that as research before doing this reaction. With possible exception to that very first song, this is probably my favourite Lonesome Blue song to date. Great stuff. What more can I say? Anyway, get in the comments as always. Tell me what you think, whether you knew they were around, whether you heard this song, any of those things. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.